found, literally have been on vacation for 3 consecutive weeks, have canceled votes for 3 consecutive weeks. They are in the Legislative Witness Protection Program. No one can find them here in the Capitol, and no one can find them in their districts. They're not holding town hall meetings. They're not visiting federal employees. They're not engaging with their constituents. They've been on vacation for 3 weeks, House Republican, in the middle of a shutdown. And so what we need is for them to come back to work so we can work this out, reopen the government, stand by our hardworking federal employees. By the way, the Trump administration this year, before the shutdown, has forced out over 200,000 civil servants. That's before the shutdown. So they've already been targeting viciously and maliciously federal civil servants, undermining the ability to provide services to taxpayers in an effective and an efficient way. And so cruelty has been the point for this administration. We know this because the OMB director said his goal was to traumatize federal workers and thereby traumatize the American people. That's their words. Paul?
Do you have any information or update or anything about this bizarre happenings with flags and maybe one flag and a swastika and now potentially more flags? Has anybody given you any information about that?
We've not gotten any information specifically from the Speaker or from House Republican leadership, although it is a matter of deep concern. Like, we've already seen a rise in political violence and hatred in America. And then you've got swastikas apparently appearing in the offices of Republican members of Congress. You've got young Republicans engaging in the most anti-Semitic and racist speech possible. Like, this is apparently who many of these people are. They are ripping the sheets off in plain view of the American people. Their words, their actions, revealing themselves in so many different ways. And then you got Caroline Leavitt, who's sick, she's out of control. And I'm not sure whether she's just demented, ignorant, a stone cold liar, or all of the above. But the notion that an official White House spokesperson would say that the Democratic Party consists of terrorists, violent criminals, and undocumented immigrants. This makes no sense. That this is what the American people are getting from the Trump administration in the middle of a shutdown. So their actions continue to speak for themselves, which is why they're on the wrong side of public sentiment.
Question on the shutdown.
Thanks, yeah.
Thank you. Do you have any comment on the New York City mayoral debate yesterday and how long you're still waiting to endorse the arm?
Yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to review it. I do expect to speak to the Democratic nominee, Zoran, at some point before early voting.
Mr. Leader.
President Trump has said he's canceled the Gateway project. He's going to be prepared to slash welfare benefits in his latest comment. Is that even legal, what he's proposing to do, and does that make it harder to resolve the shutdown?
Yeah, we're going to continue to stand up for the American people, cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care. We've made that position very clear from the beginning, and we're not moving. We're not going to bend. We're not going to break, because it's the health care of the American people that's at stake. And all of these efforts to try to intimidate Democratic members of the House and the Senate are not going to work, because we are on the side of the American people. And much of the action that the Trump administration is taking, of course, is unlawful and illegal. As a federal judge in Northern California found with respect to the dismissals of about 4,000 or so federal employees, that was found to be unlawful. And so these threats to try to back us off our position, it's not working and it's not going to happen, because there is a Republican healthcare crisis that is devastating the American people, and we're going to continue to stand up for everyday Americans.
Mr. Leader, you've been really trying to show united force with Leader Schumer. You guys have appeared together quite a bit. Yesterday on the floor, Leader Schumer encouraged every American to go out and participate in these No Kings rallies over the weekend.
I know you said you hadn't looked at your schedule. Do you plan to participate in a No Kings rally? Will it be in New York? And why do you think that these rallies are important this weekend?
Well, I haven't finalized my schedule for the weekend, given the sensitivities around the government shutdown, and I'm still very hopeful that Republicans will decide to show up for work so we can get the government back open. But I support the right of every single American to participate in the rallies that are going to take place this week. And showing up to express dissent against an out-of-control administration. That's as American as motherhood, baseball, and apple pie. That's the First Amendment. And the notion that this unhinged White House spokesperson would suggest that that's hateful. That's not hateful. What's hateful is what happened on January 6th. That was a Hate America rally sponsored by Donald Trump and his sycophants who incited a violent mob to storm the Capitol. That's what hate looks like. What you'll see this weekend is what patriotism looks like. People showing up to express opposition to the extremism that Donald Trump has been unleashing on the American people, and Donald Trump's failures, the Republican failure to keep their core promise. Because you know what their core promise was last year? They were going to lower the high cost of living. They haven't lowered the high cost of living. Costs haven't gone down on day one as they promised. They lied to the American people. Costs have gone up. Inflation has gone up. Grocery prices out of control. Housing costs out of control. Electricity bills skyrocketing. And now, because Republicans refused to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits for working class Americans, middle class Americans, and everyday Americans, health insurance premiums are about to blow through the roof, bankrupt people, and prevent them from being able to see a doctor when they need one. Thank you, everyone.